This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Lecturer strike, Bruhaha. Now, the TNS court, Accra High Court, out now, assembly no, a grant the interlocutory injunction, a National Labour Commission. The Ekodom Court no nti se nka wo hwe ne saade na de tie ne se e wo se lecturers no eco back to the classrooms na woko kira de since 10th of January ho na we declare sa strike na communique bia na ekokọ no se neck of UTAG e wo se wo hia na we take a decision. Some of the schools also I issue statement to the effect say from Monday lectures shall say lectures no be so say until so we firm confirmation from NEC they are not going back or something, but I thought say courts make other way the ananka yina ya comply na ya hwe na ya betimi aye e de afa ho, but ajenim boating Jumadi Ekosu, I will try and see if we can get definite confirmation. But near sense I want to say it was a or back coachrade. Lecturers no be so neck for a decision. Now as to whether say neck a decision number say won't come back and answer then no Zuba baby or
lawyer, thank you.
Mr. Sona, thank you. Kwaju Ofori Ajiman, honorable former MCE for Obuase Municipal Oze Menka Kwaju Mr. Kwasi for Rajiman Kwaju de Kwaju Siama nete wonchen me ma fans won pa ma me mo akwa ba it is saying
Lawyer,
me go so me ma obi a me it is obi a
mete Kwaju
o da me ba obi a kai eba opese utwa kwan ena nkrofo ebo driver pen no no anya abotre ena we gina sebe senko we gina kwan no mfimfini no medasi o thank you no gina kwan no mfimfini dasi me twa fans for my MCE for mama no sipo kwadwoni kwasi ho na abza for here
yes I do be aware
ye do body as
lawyer, thank you.
Okay, so I didn't watching Jumadi in because I'm sure by the close of the program would have been clear in our minds whether it's a Monday the lecturers who in compliance with the order of the court go back to the lecture theaters and go and lecture whilst we pursue or we try to explore settlements of this issue. It has to be settled one way or the other. Okay. Zuba.
Lawyer.
Bogo there.
Yes I do mom who na where. Lawyer, thank you.
Our body they are changing. Body they are changing. Okay. So what be na me ma wakwa be na me bisa say petrol and sensemi. Yaka say enam ni ayi free ba na mre bi ni asienti. Enka petrol no memma yemfa anya politics. Yendikopo politics from petrol. Now, this because of the Emribi Achem say, former President Rawlings na Otiabem na President Kufo a candidate and Oba Pro na Ofagalo petrol no mutimi to. Say intimi to or say me ba petrol no metiti petrol so Oba ye no na aye challenge. Reality check. Eche no can say na me nim say na net na mumfa ncheme. Now President Kufu Abreso na NDC that time nyame fa ne currency former President Atamils na ono so one ne mpanyimfo the Ahoy brothers ne others de kra chalkboard de besi ho na omo aye calculation mathematics omo dwa calculation no sa na ya kire se ka wo se de stand ye to ne sei enso wo hu se ne amoto no wo baba no na o try o se method drastically but obaye no enti so no ebeye kakra bi short lived ono so e ma ne challenges why ya ende wo ho President Akufo-Addo ho bo apro ono so kan se petrol no ye ba ye behwe ene petrol ne aba ye reality se biase adwaman so bo no kwa na ekosoro amaye de so kwa na ekosoro now abase aye din aman abase ye na yeti so anka ye nto ne sei enka ebo petrol bo any politics aye de baby aye dru no are we stopping it or we should continue? Should we as people as nation discuss petrol in the context of politics or reality check?
That's it. Me charity for no one wajibra ohwe na me chia NDC for manyina wotenya titu ne me regional executive sana Kwasi and do dano na me find chia kese so ma me kom for am wa dance enyina lawyer ye basi ye jaya ye be sha say date be ye jaya politics na ye petrol na ye be jaya date me bisa uka obetimi abo adwenche kaka time anka yinya ya na nke ebe ya ehu se adase ya sha ase ye jai
be asem na me biso se ye de ye
cause me hu de wo jai no
okay
say MPP fo abedi aba mu ntina ye opposition ye nyai ana on betwa me ya ba no mu ajai
okay and I say bribi am opposition am kan say mo ba mbe ne si am ba ya mo antimi anyenti
omo so ba ya omo so omo so be ga say no enti time be na nke nyai
okay
any omo ntwa ye ba no mo jai
enti ento aso
ye ba no mo jai
okay
sabe pa ye timpa de ye ka se jai
enyi okay
the entire ye jai enyi what has happened to the stabilization levy yenya saying ye de aye de but what has happened to the recovery levy? What has happened to it? Yenya saying ye de aye de and all these ones I'm talking about, they are part of the components of the petroleum price build up. What has happened to the sanitation tax in the beto so no yenya saying ye de what has happened to the COVID tax now? Yedi aba petrol build up no. Yenya say yedi aba saying. So if government is able to tell us how much has been accrued from these various taxes over the period that yedi buy and the purposes for which those things were brought into the petroleum price paid up no, if they've really been achieved, how can we be paying for stabilization levy and the petrol price is not stabilized? Then it means that there's no need to pay for the stabilization levy. Ye tia to say petrol bo no kosoro a ye de beso yasene but petrol bo no kosoro ama adwama so no ye da so tia bo na ye se ye de so soro se de ye bo no enkosoro but e bo no da so kosoro nti ade ne ye da so tia sa e bo na ye se ye tia ye de tre petrol mu say e koba se petrol bo koso adwama so a ne ye de no aso yasene say e petrol no ko dwama so e bo no koso adwama so na de ye de so yasene no entimi nye de ye ka se ye de be ye nja no ye no free ma petrol no bo so bete ye see ya cover esla right ya waka wo energy sector de mo over the period e kan na ye saying do say na ya gigye e recovery levy ni mu e na etime aka no say etime aka dia ye nja sa de energy ye gi a petrol bo no e be fa fom. Okay, must COVID by mu maybe muso mu obi aduane one day mu bo kado so po mu the COVID tax aba over the period mo nya sen e kan mo twa wie ni ye free ho a e be man frama afa yen so but what I say sanitation tax no kwa de abufu because I feel not ball and many yen more it is kana ye je no adin konti a mo be ka twa ye say mo ji a mo dia be to petrol do so no ye hu no so mfa so dia mo yi free ho a petrol bo no be ba fom. This once I make it has nothing to do with a German war, any international price, no, any relationship. So clearly it tells you that I buy na said that this Kabia no maybe 2 is the petrol no so me who actually the politics na enye because all we are saying is that take these things off, the prices will come down.
Even if we are said German so bo na e kosoro krampa
we are said German so bo ye je COVID kutua we are said German so bo
no but say build up no percent
so I'm saying that these ones that has nothing to do with the price effect on the world market. Do away with it. What the point I'm mentioning? I say if you do away with it, they can't. They are all of them are quantified.
But yes, you
may say you share recovery levy on the petrol. A bona recovery in the debt. Now you say, how much have we paid? How much have we been able to recover?
Question na me bisa won say. Yemfa ne say ne ye recovery levy no e dey free petrol no so. Eno ne ye guarantee say ochina petrol ye ntomu ana even if we are say adwaman so no bo e koso.
Say petrol no bo no cost 10 cedis. Now recovery tax no 0.1%. Now petrol no bo cost 12 cedis. At the 0.1% no it's no longer calculated on 10 cedis. It is now calculated on 12 cedis. So what it means is that the quantum, the nominal quantum of the 0.1% no goes up. As soon as the price goes to 12%, if you're no longer charging 0.1% over 12%, which previously should have been on 10%, the price will also come down. Because the taxes are in percentage terms. They are calculated in they are measured in percentages. What the point I'm mentioning? It is a international market no cost now my price no cost. Then the quantum of the taxpayer, the percentage that is being calculated on the price no so cost. Now akaba kan nyina aboma petrol nya agina pen bi. And it say a percentage na pen no back for ma. What has to be done is that taxes be a waswa ni relevance as at now. Omanfo no abani kire yen ma ye hu ne ye no. Ni ye yi sa taxes no e de free ho. Once we do away with those taxes, adwama abo no so be kosoro, but then the effect will not be as ye was our taxes no.
Okay, ye betum de batentum
and nya said yes is here. Upa any sa taxes ni nyina free ho. We lose about 1 cedis on the price as we speak. All these 4 things that I'm talking about are by no me ye baby no. Because I can't understand why we are paying stabilization for stabilization and we are not being able to stabilize the price build up. So why we pay that amount of money? Okay. And to get it off, and let's pay what has to be paid. And let it reflect what is on the international market. We don't have any qualms with it.
742 Kwasi Ofori Ajiman aka Zuba. It speaks for the National Democratic Congress and I would see no enyumbre awokoso efhwe no Kessben television would see no Kessben radio Mr. Kwadwo Asiama government spokesperson for region ha enyumbre ono susu weti no wahwe no wadwenkyerɛ unsusu ye wasimbisa ewonsem aye boboso no etisen.
Lawyer, thank you.
And then now so thank you for adwenkyerɛ bra na yɛhwɛ ne ɛno nso so ebekɔ. Now adeba ko a ɛwɔ hɔ a ama Ghana for yedi we hu enkita ho akoba sɛ transport operators enam petrol sɛne aye situtuma ne diesel ne bo na ɛkɔsrunti wɔpɛ ntumu na ntumu no na akoba sɛ percentage increase by and a reasonable, a fair, a commensurate with a price build up and effect I will operations and no any idea Zuba a horn so way.
Lawyer, my transport business movie. Me free for me now. And everybody in my dad's family does transport. Corner boy, YD, or that's any everybody. And I also do same. Maybe between
can be near corner boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nika said China to because of money.
Corner boy.
Okay. Okay. Into transport in India. Maybe I'm free no. Ejuma will be ya no. But what a pan.
Matters corner boy.
Papa penny or papa bar. I didn't papa fee for me about Kumasi FNYD the patasi. On so car Jumayana. Or they didn't papa fee for me, I didn't be doing Kumasi. 80 meso eja. Then as a
generational impact.
It may also be. Now, look, Opa, on Mr. Mankwa, a free KML. Shall never honor. We do our kinds of mamma who can come with danger. And the vehicles are working. But me de careful. Because we now all this is here near. And ye, what the spare parts in the back on one, and ye,
and balance it,
and fat. Now, more transport sector, no. Adia, aya na omunya ho humo bro aye. Amu amude kadi akonya bano. Akonya akatu asema omu anim se Ghana fo akatu asem endi mu ndi etore bia wo hwa na wo ye dwuma na so obetira breki even na mo afa ne sa but The last time I had to car boom, I think it was July of 2021. That time no. Now a liter of fuel, under 6 cities. Today, petrol ko open once and before baking the 80,
Enyandru 80 Enyandru 8 Enyandru 8 7 craft na 7
Nso ma dia we dia brika dollar tra 7 di wadu 7.9 petrol no aka de no wadu abrika 8 no
Enyandru ho
wadu ni
na
ba ko
Enyandru ho
edu se petrol no yatuma ukwa ase de konfo be wi ade ne yanka nche obedu na price ball yam ube to petrol ne ube se enu amekwa meto no 7.5 liter nti ukwa ade che no aboa ho wo de 7.5 liter na eko ubedu na 766 ebedu 2 days ubedu na duru 78 na sibia esi kwa no uhwe sibia
ebi nso aka say fuel no so hwe se bia 4 biggest fuel operators as of cartel bi no ma for me o se den yo wo hwe o mo prices o mo di go o publish now they compare others bi so prices o mo so publish you see some marginal emu waka crowd aden na tem bia pick the highest
am your biggest no product no enema ewom enema consumers no ekoho wo ka abo ukuta odi ukoto engine oil la ati se Castrol mebwa nti apart from shell ni total wo di car fufu begu wodi ni mu
why not
wo di fufu be
why not maybe talk oil
because goil goil F max room F max room goil F max room shell F max room total F max room it is the kind of chemical like what product ni mu no and na be ma me engine no enya ahoden ache no so me chudi bum me fa petrol F max engum enka nti so bia koto petrol na hwe nim no dey abasa and most of these small companies I am from Gao no acho amani din bi no da abohodo omuka na to contaminated no we say o engine eti the credibility omukuta credibility no any omubuo ukeka say I don't think that gange up aban yi tax na make an free as gange up no nya be free o bo so gange up e bo no be bafo eti yeah transport
go ahead to me drop in there below
go ahead
baby na
go ahead there no or drop in a political drop
no basi was sustaining
and I say a political this is somebody who is appointed by the president and trying to do a face saving our boy mine cracks aka adapuncheni wo di adapuncheni bo ntintin obo manika adapuncheni be wu no and I won't say political decisions be o ha
so I say go ten there so they were also forced to reduce some there no
who were forced
I mean like bomo din total
and go for number 7.1 na total for new machima go for number 7.1 only 7.1 total ni so ni other companies no medium machi so why we crying enti ashanti ade na yetua ne de enye commensurate with cost of operating transport e wo Ghana ha currently aye kan aban ko to petrol ma on free transport owners but wo de wo ta wo car
wo petrol aban na tum
oze
petrol aban na tum
na okay na my person to transport fares obo am to transport fare na do otum uni mu wi a me aso yanto ebo
no kan say aban ko to petrol ba on free mo na me say aban na tum
petrol esla hwana de ba nya aban
zuba aban na
COVID tax nya aban COVID tax nya aban de ba
parliament
sanitation
parliament we member of parliament e wo mra hye bedwam e no mo de sa tax no aba na point na
member of parliament so on pay ire bi ye chibi ye bubi
me bo zuba how can I say sa aban koto petrol mu a on frɛ yen that na ma me babre because who nim say bill petrol price build up
automatic formula sa automatic formula ade na aban pese transport owners there yen o ma yen automatic formula why do you want to control a sector and you don't want to control another sector so what's your aban nim ho hwede ani wonya ani eso ento amu because you can na aban ne toma ye Yes, peppers aban on to be my yen. Ye driver for car aban on to be my yen. Ye petrol aban on to be my yen. And why does he want to regulate prices of fares? So, omo to petrol, omo friend driver for there. I driver for so to omo boma, omo be am frobia. And for me feel said the various transport unions, you know, they have been very considerate. Figures and I made it, you know, 30% a more than 30% in all honesty. Say ubi a yeah by a juma na ketua a man 4%. Near San Fa Kutras is 4% nina. Post near December 7th, before December 7th, 2020. Ye two ni pay, ye this kebi beka no January 2021 is how we draw nina. I my view. Ebeka sabre ya hotel wom. So how can say nipa no the 30%? E de kokoto no so e de ahokyere beba. But driver for no so mo dwuma egu. Omo so anhwe mi omani anje ebo no bi anka de omo je wote ya. Omo so ni omo ni yere ni omo ma. Omo so adwuma begu eno so de ahokyere saa na beba. Eti what we have to do is that let's sympathize with the drivers. Let's call on our buying say ebo na kosoro na driver for no so ma omo bo no omo pagya mu dia. Na aban so mwa na akatua na yede kotua lawyer fare no. Omo na ompagya akatua no kakra. Wo de be 10% ka adwuma ye for ho a. No ma adwuma akatua no kosoro na che say ya obi a hyehyia obi a halfway.
Ye balance no adwuma ye for akatua ye adjust na kakra.
Be or the be 10%
adjustment yeah, okay. So now that the question is SARS can also na ye benya free.
Sika na ye di tua jet no ye nya free.
Jet dey when
17,000 per hour no ye nya free.
No nya jet asena make can be bisa question.
Na sik ba bi nya sika tua jet no ho de be nya sika tua kwatia for ka. The ye be tua blasters coach 120,000 per month no. Ye nya bi tua boni ba 120,000 per month.
No, but there was sectorial allocation.
Sectorial allocation
and the compensation what 2022 budget team no.
Every sectorial allocations in every nya consolidated accounts na mo anefi. Zuba. Na sika ni wanki akofa boni ba betua boni ba ko. Ade coach nkwa no be coach. Boni ba ko betua 120,000 per month. Ska ho. Yeah, high plane 70,000 per oyani fa jet the trap prima. Ska ho. Eti yen krenyi bi ma akutua for na yen hyehia na ye ho. Aban baka no oniska.
Eh.
Lawyer aban wabeka choose oniska.
No, e-levy issue na aban me yati ase clearly say yanji e-levy no antuma clearly say yanji e-levy antuma yanji e-levy no antuma Zuba
e-levy no yede
ma option say yenko oze
e-levy ko yede ma maskase no menya.
No, but it's not about skase no menya, it's about say it is coming to plug a hole.
No, why you put angosi hwe na adwadwe.
Okay,
what's the amount 7 the amount 85 wo hwe awon sabeka enso 7 beka be ode.
Okay,
7 ebeka ebe ebe na 7 kwa as you mean ye the mom so one want to so there is
a projected figure. It may be more than that.
It may be more than that.
It may be more way more than that.
Omo nya do mo cheche omo ska na campaign ye wa 2021 2020 campaign ye cheche ska ukoma wo ye frema ma na ye group omo na ya sa party for no go ye group na say ndi be 1 month kwa ya Maslock office e metwa photo e wo phone so party for ko gu sro akwaba ko wo party for makogu so mu jiska metwa mo sama fans ye bi nyina
na we dey no so jiska
no be Maslock ko sala o be Sunday zo
be no go fill form obi ko sala
fill form Sunday and your friends MPP executives go go Ofori komo police station be Maslock office no wo you photo e wo it the bottom line is we sika aban etugu ye si bia ye campaign for 2020 be boss akese ye ma aban sika na yetimi nya sika ama akonya kura da la nkusem ye de ko rounds enya ye you sika
aban kwadwo ze kan nsema efa oma Ghana ho ne ahwe ne sunsan so a ewo de mi Zuba
o say on a government spokesperson e wa half region enya sa yentwanka
I don't know
ejuma ye yentwa Ghana
onya ketua ho asem na ye kan sisi
oh there yentwa kadia e de na wo se wo mre ko so betina wo se we founding member of the MPP unya benefit bia wa ban no so but aban by when you juba wo ma wo ya we spokesperson for whole regional coordinating council nse no so e benefit na bia si twa okadia unya benefit si entwa okadia minua ne wa meka che say ejuma ehunu ni aketua nti ntwa ka de ansa umre kwatena fi na so be party a no aye party me ko ye adwuma ni etwa me ka ye adwuma ma Ghana na Ghana etwa me ka na so wa mamu nko ya odi mi nka se ye ma me ko ye adwuma ye twa me ka no ma nya ma fa ma akohwe me de sika no ye bibi enti ma me nka de wo amamuo basa na wubu no ma me nka wase na wo ka ukom kwapon minimo me na se a me fa ho me hu se aso mo de omo ye sapete bi ofi odu no bokwa ho na wo fa ho bunkum na me za se omo ye minim se ye sapete no bo ye nya de aguso a ma wo mo dudu a de kofa son kwa minim se bedu bo akompo dia minim bote mo ho nyina na mpa cho asphalt na obefa so efi baabi ani e de akopie no bokwa ho no akofa do ni mu de oni mo hwe obi ye bibi na abeto aso wo ye 5 kilometers wo kroma wo be ye dede ma obi ye mpia okodi ya onye subject for discussion wo de ni nyina abeka na MP no ebi nko saa nkware mpotem oda ya broni woko ode no ye e ko pokwa de so de de sika kwa she secondary school asia ma secondary school aba e wo sankware ma sankware enya secondary school e ko pokwa de no botum sika na sha asia so no kwa de obenya bibi de atre ya broni be di MP ode no de ba ya ye ka petrol aboa afi ko poku na ba be 3 kilometers abite na we ye dia aye akosu no bokwa no
so oboase so na mo
me fa for me na neba for me na de no ma na ye me fa so
oboase
na de for me na nko boase
udu kuma za kras hu ba bia untia ba bia na do ayeda
na ono so ba bia ma nye bi ma mfa so da
NDC
Dabi na mo ba mu de ma nye bi ma mfa so da ne be ka de se ka masise wi kamudu nkan kan batu ka ma de apetepre munye ba bi mfa mama mo na mu bu me kwa de wo se me mo ma baso me bu ma baso ze mu oska ndiye mam bi nkan enya baso bo mu oska mu de bi high jet mu de bi che party for 2020 mu yi sky mu yi nyafu be bi se mu oska enya baso bo de na bi eti emfa bi nkan mu fe bi ntia adwuma efo ka na adwuma efo hare wo mo se mamu ni ye amamu ni ye de ne se ska wo mani mu se bibia ye bokọ de afa na lectures ko strike amamu ye enda omo mu hwe wiem kwa ma plane to Matthew fui omko strike o ha mate for kwa strike ko for da ben so mate for
no Matthew for ma sen ha ma baba they are working
so mala omo no maba
yes omo
me say ku for da ben so mate for kwa strike
against one
aban
na mate aban
last month the whole day to tabi atro to benya juma waka
no ba aban mate ne fa aban ne fa
na mate kwa aban fa no kwa strike amamu no ye basa eti binua wo afutuo bia fatu mpanifo na se de wo ken forms ya be ya wo ko ba bi te se de chem so a o ma ye new police station bi wo plaza side ho o mo ye de o be executive ni nyina afi krofo what did they say na akopi mutu no mukem ye go we a obi wa oba we koliso uso banka what I say it a just go fe bi free aba what I say koliso uso man ko so be civil board kakraka e wo ko from traffic light nti aso saman tren aso onko eti eno na mo de say mo party mo say some party wi a ye de fa mo be samati de musum be yi adwa safo ko a mbe yi na fi pal mbe yi na di eno na me bompa ya se ewade ntie me sofre no ma se yidie no emra ne enkyere mu bibi kakre Martin hu sa adwa safo a o ma parliament na mu consider some de ne be connect ama e bi se yenyini free party no yenyini free parliament na me sofre nya me se wade tie me mobro so ne tie me mpa bo no yefo nyankofo e no nyi adwa safo a emfiri akonya no so na do me kwabenya no yenko by elections ni yenchiro mbibi kakre no mu se sa Ghana for o mani abre papa amemu basana mubu no bibia ni wa ekoso ewa ha etimini apeni wadawro ma emfa 3 kilometers awa ye fi no boko eko ukom kwapo me twaye mpo ana munye hui
krono ye
abono ngotwe apawonsima du miensan ewo democracy jumadie eso ewo Kessben television and on Kessben radio enyumbre honorable Kwasi Ofori ajimaneke Zuba ewo ha enyumbre Mr. Kwaju Siama so ewo ha enyumbre government spokesperson ha for region yetwetwe komo efa on Ghana ho wadwenkyerɛ nsusu ye ene wasebisa eba yebekenkan amawiase afene nyina nsusu ati Zuba
aya na eno mebi aya na mempesem de be politics bibi ba ko bi sefa ehumasuan ade a ehia paaye but you know no mu o ye wadwen kwa say adesem da wo so Oh, Baba be kebie a year free hama. No more has a true. As how do Ukukura politicism. Who call graphic, ye de go. Baby, sir, 1993, they are now be penny. Yes, she said graphica. Who cannot catch us a 1993 graphic guy. I be quite a graphic abba. 1993 graphic there. She say, I pro. And at the end, ye kind. And who person, number what person? Any ye tutorial. Was it ye, any ye? And what baby tree and I will be jabby any ye. I feel we doing some hours in 1993. 1993 year, dear. Amemo na wubun eje wonsem ye baba be kebiamo no wa ye din ya kebiamo na lectures no ye nyina ya sere won because sankwara a omugo a wo mu enya opportunity ensua de no NDC ni ba wo ha ye nka che se NDC ni ba de bra ni enkyere wade ni nja MPP ni no eba no mane ne namfie mbachote eti esi ye nyina yesi edie na ye be ya ye benya nketahudie papa ama ya ne lecture for no akasa as on mine na koma aba form other than this petty partisanship in 1993 and omukọ enti upese won so ko 10 months ana yemwo na omukọ 10 months because 1993 we always abreso ye ko 10 months enti ye NDC for no yembo amu na omukọ 10 months ana are you competing for mediocrity? We can't be building a country like this. There comes a time we have to put politics aside and look at Enyema Yebeya Yekrui Ebechitre, because at the end of the day, our lectures issue, see, I'm solving ye near about 2025. It would be on a neck. And we have to decouple politics and deal with it on the basis of facts. Lawyer, Madi said, yeah, Medema, you talk from penny phone. Say, I had been pass yet your memo. Now, court, I pronouncement. Now, I say, court pronouncement, you know. Yet you try no ever form. We cannot build a democratic society where the courts are not respected and accorded the needed strength to function. Ebasa na pepe yo ena ye pese ye bunenimtia. Ochinebi ebeba be ha ye nyina collectively or as individuals. Inti se court ashe se you can suspend it almost strike no. Omonko school adaya hudo mu nyina enko hye adekyerase na court no hwe ensem a eda wo manimu a National Labour Commission di aba no de di kan pa mesre utak for no se ye mafa no ene wonda achi ninti wo mu nsem a wo ka no nyina ye mu fa dodo ne bebre we agree with them. We'll be with them along the way whilst they negotiate with government to get to an appreciable level. Ebema o market ya ho nsem a omo pese emu peja no ye betimi aboa ama emu apeja. That notwithstanding, ye be say omo nso yenya ye kabi no mo mbu ye no so enimtia no mo de omo nko mpanyifo say why ye bi ajai ye nka say why ye bia to aso. We have heard the arguments yate omo how. I believe that for some of us who are political actors, we can continuously engage the media space or the public space to keep those discussions afloat, whilst we pressure government to do that which is needed for members of UTAC. But you're undermining the future of already. COVID no a 2-year academic calendar no out of jail. Ede insacha ebebre ede abra ye ko school ene abra ye share school ase ewo esuapon emu no nse ko ba se mo so mo activity calendar na aye basa no se strike no san be jirimu na anhwe a ede o how kese ede abre enwomesua fapem ewo man mu nti me de ma de say like a lot of NDC members ya de say de ne say omonko na ye kan sa no so no Labour Commission enye MPP aban kwa governments across board eya kamia ye say Labour Commission instead of be neutral arbiter is always seen to be on the side of ruling governments. If we breso for 1992 many who democratic practice and the usage of appropriate laws ewo o many muno abibia ejuma for be strike no Labour Commission abem omo bema na ayese ye negotiation but ube wan say the adwumayefo no pen omo sanka adwumayefo no so mo be kwen man Labour Commission no akọ court no abeka adwumayefo no asa esi adwumayefo
no but we be fair to them
obeka
we be fair to Labour Commission
because eya kamia ayese
eya Zuba mo de
eya kamia ayese
declare strike
eya kamia ayese ne bro for it seems
so who declare strike
it seems cannot be definite
one fa kwan ya lay down e wona kwa the duty be say obetu amebo so too
me de ko eya kamia ayese abibia omo abayafa utie UTAG members ya omo de kan etia na ansa no meti etia no omo de nkrata abo aban ni Labour Commission kokko ana omo tu etia ne bi na Labour Commission ni Employment and Labour Ministry anyone no ehyiaye omo hyiaye no Labour Commission no ma bi bu akwan mu enam say na UTAG fo mpanyifo no de wona de srede bi ato manim say omo behwe ama aban aye de no wo sa aban aye Labour Commission anhwe ama aban anyo ena omo san be ko strike omo san ko ball kokko bio omo san ball kokko no so omo antimi enya pomesibre ena ma sa strike di aba enti eya kame aye say akoma UTAG fo no enya akoma bi say enya ade a Labour Commission no ebegina emfinfin ede ama wo mo ene aban na me ka say not this government alone if I were to say eya ba we nko I will not be fair I've seen it across board over the period.
Posture no sometimes yana emwa
very good.
Okay.
And the may say Labour Commission say eba se negotiation no koso na say ye kosi agina bi say o sa aban ye say ya. Say ye ya omo ya ade a enya wutimi court no. Say aban so enye ne fa na fa aban so court. Na ye nyina ye hu eba sa na wa ye hu say wugina mfinfin e de ma afenu no emi no nyina.
But whether or not the strike in its present form as declared by UTAG, illegal, unlawful, whatever. No, it's before the call for determination.
I know they mean to me. That the American say, the American say, court akase. Omo nkochade. And na mesre omo say, omo ndi court nini. No omo nyina enkochre ade. Whilst the matter is being dealt with, and within the public space, ye nyina so ye dey no ebetutuma. Me na me nim say. Omo ye lecturers no omo ji aketua pa until by January of 2021 lecture be dey ne car abobo me kem wo de nyame na ye de car no kwa ni yesese car akwansu ndi eventually me catch so on todo no kwa na me nye di aka
okay
osu and that is when he told me the salary and I felt for them say first me so I cause obi lecture me say wo de wotie pa no is o mbetre nkwara de kwara ma nkwana akoye adwuma e wo private sector bi obeba na ketua no.
That is what lecturers should expect. Say I mean like you impart knowledge. Now that knowledge
you'll be proud to say
exactly.
But we go to me so you proud
kaka yeah man na yen to tune ye na lectures the first no overly so your rate but we should comfort their living
first
you comfort so mo living na omo research no mo de near me but I say yeah
lawyer first na data na yen fa data na research and the data na research ni boarding
okay and America we should comfort them to think. And train minds.
Inti akachane ti said yet here. Obeda to the tire research.
And America say we should all try and find a way to help. So
that is why I'm saying. Yes, sir, Mama Kui. Let's sustain. Yeah, that's for the long term. Yeah, that's for the long term. Yeah, I agree with you.
Zuba, no one fa lecture bako. Ehun ka o.
But students no. But students no. Oh, on behalf of the students.
Yeah.
Honestly, students no esofa. No. She obia.
I'm telling you, lawyer. My younger brother is doing his master's at Tech, and I know what he's going through.
First year students are Waba campus. Yeah, matriculation. Or per se, yeah, matriculation. Now, onya even the feel of the school. Oh, campus. Omedium sika.
Ochianye yekura obi de ne ba fin kan aba. Na ohwe one na mapasa saa na obi akwa no baby basa.
Na de BCS. Hadwe. Omedium sika we on parents budget let's find a way to solve this.
And I know the yenyina yenka mo.
Na yensre om. Go back. Was try to solve the problem.
Na yes yɛsrɛ mu no na ka kyerɛ nnuanom MPP for sɛ adeɛ no yɛ nneɛma ɛbu mu asra montae politics ɛmboa yɛ.
That's it. Dankwe Njirihin says, let's all come hand in hand and let's help President Nanado and his able Vice President Dr. Baumia to build a well-defined, better Ghana rather than the NDCs are using to do propaganda about fuel price instead of giving reasonable solutions.
Thank you.
Baba bechia me. Chande 2025 na dey baba bechia me. Say I said yeah wa be mo so mo abe mo me ne nka bia na beche say nyo no nyame ne fa plan nko ade. Kitu wanum ne ko. Na metie me fa enchiama me nua asemola kowia. Won say ohwe na me yanko ba ko so bashiro ma we adwuma DSTV. Me nua ba Philomena mensa no so enchia so constituency on so me nchia o. Me nua chief so unu anya no nchia.
Chief so future before me.
No, me dey pa no.
Okay.
Me ja mpa fe ni mo no na delight babo ho ma kama. Me dey pa no. Me tie nnuanom MPP for omo callers omo text no ba no. There's something me pick from message no ma. I say omo person omo pump into the Ghanaian society emerges as the use of COVID. Say COVID by ye ho kire ye and COVID betray economy out of there. Ofa omo budget omo document no omo data na enkasa ho.
Oh, budget they went okay. 2022 budget.
Yeah, be.
Na budget be.
Me na botre me. 2020 budget. Ya presente no. Our parliament in November of 2019. Mebo. Okay. Now, yeah, and expected COVID baby. Now COVID be ma baby. Into 2020 budgets no. A buying tax revenue targets are the same in 2019 was 45 billion. Did we achieve it in 2020? We achieved it. We went over it. And the time now we need say COVID iba no revenue targets are would man who achieving in the COVID year. COVID by Ghana around March. Okay, we went to lockdown. And the anima wo catch your budget so this as no ebeye no. Emu bebre wo because na country no ye nyehwe nti no wan fanye. Panya time.
No, but accountability ni nyina be 2021 budget.
Me from 20, me ba beka 2020. Me ba beka 2022 lawyer. A set of court will decide not to read their own documents that they sent to us before parliament. If you have had time like we have had time and read, you'd realize that this economy, management na no munya de.
No, but COVID impact in the global.
Because Ghana say, Massa, COVID, the poorest country in Africa, Burundi, they have a per capita income of $771. Lawyer, if they have not been overwhelmed, who get 10 poorest countries in Africa? The end of the year, Chad. If they have not been overwhelmed by COVID, why do you want to create a picture say Ghana alone we have been overwhelmed by COVID? And I'm saying that per the budgets, as in revenues, accruals, expenditures. The beyond chance your economy no COVID no impact where so.
Hey.
Say COVID will impact individual businesses. Ankran nyuma na COVID no enya effect e wo so. Uba wo hu abekwa wo expect COVID revenue target of 45 billion. Now what achieve in the COVID year? How do you tell me that you have suffered? 2, sika unya free amanone because of COVID. We now over 25.58 billion from various sources. Bank of Ghana way, IMF way, Ediba. You have not even done proper accounting on the over 25.58 billion now. We from various sources. What did you use that money to do? A sectors bank. Yet the year.
Then in 2021.
Very good. Let me say, okay, omo budget na. Omo di buy na. Bibi anche say, and then in the COVID year, you set a target for 2021 at 55 billion. You achieved it. And when I'm more here, why a 25% rise from 55 to 85, which you are set to achieve by the end of 2022. So a DNA chese I want you to about what is happening is that a buying way a reckless with expenditure. A buying way and all the rating agencies, S&P, Fitch, Moody's. We have never been graded. Minty C classification, Minty Ghana economy classification was C category. But I'm hearing it for the first time.
No, but
now you are doing a debt to GDP of a near 86%. Lawyer, if you are doing a debt to GDP of a near 86%, look at your deficit and look at the areas that the deficits come from. Not sure budget deficit, not where the areas that is coming from. It tells you are not good managers of the economy.
No, but Moody's now more crowd the ratings near we no can say if the levy is passed. Now government projections for property rates or
that is if. That is if. Now levy ni danger no. Levy no. Lawyer, baby, oh ma, I have what I'm saying.
Your whole spot.
Share. Say, how do you say blanket? Economic transaction, electronic transaction, be a taxi.
No, it's defined. Levy act.
Wait, define.
Levy act.
It define what the only exemption that you get is say usikani 100 cedis.
That's for the Momo transaction.
But you see, say me ko kutia tax. Me de ka ewo GRE. Na me ko kutia tax. Na me advise me bankers. Say munye electronic payment. Na me ko kutia tax or abega meter tax.
When you use the government.gov to pay a BIS
and me use government.gov me advise say electronic payment. Me the GRE ka me ye payment through Momo. Me electronic payment. Me tia tax abega me tia tax. Na we nya bra.
Eno otwapa ho sibaduana enwoche ewo democracy jumadi so ewo Kessben television and on Kessben radio. Mr. Kwadwo Asiama ewo hap. Kwasi Ofori Ajaman ewo hap. We're thinking Ghana, we're talking Ghana.
Me fan chama as a Kenyo menyo ewo boase aduma fam for my reporter or am so no sabi. Ola. Sano masa. Yeah, can a plant on one na a bed jumping from one tree to one tree. Yeah, can plant as one and baby now. One memono and quay. Sa populace and a nurse for now. You see, in your mocane. I wish we had time and we're discussing that. Now, when you're scared, you're nurse for cat. Yeah, so was cat. Fatia. Because a idea back one, and now I could find a coffee, and no, call the price. I don't know. Now, yes, bear 8 months. Undimintia. Namco ad hoc. Nanko I demonstration. Arrest bear 5 months. No go undimintia. You cannot build a democratic society without equity. Obi will take or your nursing degree. Man allowance ni bi so ono so wi obns obi wo UCC or nursing degree man allowance ni bi ono so wi oba nurse bi che nurse obi wo UCC or bachelor in education obi wo bachelor there obi wo wini bo or bachelor education mo so allowance ni bi why are you paying a section? You see, the NDC thought through and said that we can't build a country of inequalities. Obi ko university or nursing or first year by man baby ada banadua no no be second year oba ko hand na atuala be ato no anaduane obi ko training college obi ko nursing training college aba banadua awia anopa enwumere amano baby ada free usu tuane ka oba ba nursing adwuma no okuta diploma do all invest no a degree no na ondo onua ko tua. You are building a country of inequality and you are praising yourself with it. And also the pressure as ama which say you are not a good manager of the economy. I know my own fans. You're applauding yourself for mediocrity simply because populism. When you bibika, and you so was ka. What you to be ide? When you escape your allowance, you eka. So I'm a when you escape your nurses for idea eka. So I'm a and you escape your ide. Mo tomo. Bibia yaboko. Mo twaso. Amemo basano. Eno na ama MPs ni bia omo party no oba hu se mu kofie nti obi dey form CCA because onimi say hade o win su bia o secured and everybody wants to secure his seat because onimi say 2024 amemo tru kan ya mu the future bi bai dey enkoye kwa enkoye enti say dey tie bia no enso ne yenom dey atwen ope amemo we pa mo fare ade embi mo fare ade we ekrom ho bia bomabu MPP for ya nafofo no mu nyina wusia na wo ka say politicians mu nyina sa na mte ya nafofo me MPP nya zem o me say MPP ni NDC nya de ko me say na o say MPP ya papa say afi de ya de kro obi o kanu kro di MPP e chi bia me yonko pa unim no rutai what the MPP ni say rutai go and check his Facebook post. What the MPP ni say no go and check. What do you know? 3 days ago he was on his Facebook. Obi say him for na kan home to Obama MPP de Kwasi say abrehom. Go and find out. People have lost faith in my buying basaya mubwe. Etimu de munko forms no. Wa wo say mu abani ye pa mu bie forms no. No be ampikibi.
8:56. Democracy on Kessben 93.39, 2.9. We also live on Facebook. We are live on Kessben Television. Please ask Honorable Zuba for me whether they will ever bring a levy if they unfortunately come to power.
NDC penny be free no baby I nene will become ain't that.
Hey, but what he say don't get on e levy.
Metie say don't get levy.
Oh yeah, sure.
Metie ne pa.
Okay.
Metie ne pa.
Agasi mami ansa na.
I say don't get catch us on the levy. We are opposed to levy in its entirety. That's the position of the NDC.
Now ma host no you know one wording. I say do get akra ne
we are opposed to one levy. I said don't get support to levy.
General mosquito.
Mo call parliament no 45 and eba na 20 na eba and adi chairman do. What
anything about mo catch babin say on to kwan.
Ekufuado so one can say
then am catch honorable babin say
one so na catch Ekufuado so on to kwan. Ekufuado
no the national assignment.
Na national assignment.
Oh on your so ko hwe no yare.
No we are obi are ko hwe yare. Okoye dey.
Wo kwa no hwe nipa asesa nipa aduo no. Okoye no yare na odi nipa aduo no ko.
Okobo cricket.
Honorable babin. Wonya hwe yi.
Ba omi odi nipa me na.
Hey Tobo ase kasa his excellency babomia.
His right honorable no kind. Na mabaka his excellency.
Then
one right honorable. Timiso man kai excellency.
Ya mo nya hwe yi.
Ma enwe ho.
Be mo kwaran bi NDC kwaran bi enya akwanya no mkotena yi so a. Eda me pese me bo nipa ni din because we ni ha. Na asema o kan say ono Ekufuado no. Hey,
na de mo kafa ma ho de. De mo kafa ma. Won de ani ya wo na.
Me betna ha obia me. I respect a lot. Because His Excellency former president Mama.
Me betra me nka ono Ekufuado.
Yemfa ni die ma die ni die se no. Ya muntu mkofo no fo wo monye.
Na don't